So let me unpack to answer how this would play out procedurally. We kind of have to understand what supremacy clause, immunity, and its proceedings kind of entail. And there's really two tools that were developed out of the structure of supremacy clause. And the first is kind of the tool of removal, and the second is the immunity itself. So Congress created federal officer removal by statute so that when a federal officer is prosecuted for conduct that is tied to their federal duties, the case can be removed to federal court. And that's, again, an old idea, sort of that goes back into the 1800s. And the theory is basically that you don't want a federal officer's federal defenses decided in a forum that may be politically hostile to that mission. The second tool is the immunity itself. And this is what people call supremacy clause immunity. And that doctrine comes from that case I talked about earlier, which is in Reed-Neagle, the classic story of the federal marshal assigned to protect Justice Field. He shoots and kills a man who attacks him. The defense that the officer raises that the Supreme Court ultimately has to decide is whether the officer was acting under federal authority and didn't know more than what was necessary and proper to carry out that authority. So that is the framework, the core framework we have today. Two-part inquiry: was the officer doing something federal law authorized? And if so, was it necessary and proper?